Have you ever wondered how positive thinking can change your life? Many people ask themselves, why do I feel sad or worried so often? Is there a way to feel happier and more confident every day? If you have ever thought like this, you are not alone. The book, The Art of Positive Thinking, is here to help you find answers. It teaches you how to change your thoughts, improve your mood, and live a better life. Introduction to the book and author. The Art of Positive Thinking is a self-help book. It is not a story with heroes and villains. Instead, it is a guide that shows you how to understand your mind and train yourself to think in a positive way. The author is someone who has studied psychology and personal development for many years. She has written other books about happiness, mindfulness, and emotional intelligence. Her goal is to help people find peace, joy, and confidence in their daily lives. The author writes in a simple and friendly style. She understands that many people struggle with negative thoughts, so she gives clear advice and easy exercises. She wants everyone, including people learning English, to understand her ideas and use them in real life. Who are the main characters? Since this is a self-help book, there are no characters like in a novel. Instead, the main character is you, the reader. The book talks about your thoughts, your feelings, and your daily experiences. Sometimes the author shares stories about real people who used positive thinking to change their lives. These stories help you see how the ideas in the book can work for anyone. Other important characters are your thoughts and emotions. The book explains that your mind is like a garden. If you plant positive thoughts, you will grow happiness. If you let negative thoughts take over, you will feel sad or worried. The author acts like a gentle coach or teacher, guiding you step by step. 1. Why do we think negatively? The book begins by asking an important question. Why do people often think negatively? The author explains that negative thinking is very common. It is part of being human. Our brains are designed to notice danger and problems. This helped our ancestors survive, but today it can make us feel stressed or unhappy. The book says that negative thinking can come from many places. The news and social media. We see many bad stories every day, which makes us worry. Other people. Sometimes friends or family complain or criticize, and this affects our mood. Our own experiences. If something bad happened in the past, we might expect more bad things in the future. Habits. If we often think negatively, it becomes a habit, like biting your nails. The author tells us that it is normal to have negative thoughts, but we do not have to listen to them all the time. We can learn to change them. 2. What is positive thinking? Next, the book explains what positive thinking really means. Some people think it means ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. But that is not true. Positive thinking means seeing the good in every situation, believing that you can handle problems, focusing on solutions, not just problems, being kind to yourself and others, looking forward to the future with hope. The author says that positive thinking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. 3. How can we change our thoughts? This is the most important part of the book. The author gives many simple steps and exercises to help you change your thinking. Step 1. Become aware of your thoughts. The first step is to notice what you are thinking. The author suggests that you spend a few minutes each day paying attention to your thoughts. Are they mostly positive or negative? Are you worrying about the future or thinking about the past? This is called mindfulness. Step 2. Challenge negative thoughts. When you notice a negative thought, ask yourself, is this really true? Is there another way to look at this? What would I say to a friend in this situation? For example, if you think, I always make mistakes, you can challenge this thought by remembering times when you did something well. Step 3. Replace negative thoughts with positive ones. After you challenge a negative thought, try to replace it with a positive or more realistic one. For example, instead of I can't do this, say, I will try my best. Instead of nobody likes me, say, I have friends who care about me. This takes practice, but it gets easier over time. Step 4. Practice gratitude. The book teaches that being thankful for what you have is a powerful way to feel happier. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small things like a sunny day or a good meal. Gratitude helps your brain focus on the good in your life. Step 5. Take care of your body. The author explains that your mind and body are connected. If you eat healthy food, get enough sleep, and exercise, you will feel better and think more clearly. Even a short walk outside can help you feel more positive. Step 6. Surround yourself with positive people. The people around you can affect your mood. Try to spend time with friends or family who are supportive and positive. If someone is always negative, try to limit your time with them or protect your own mood. Step 7. Use positive language. The words you use can change how you feel. Try to use kind and hopeful words when you talk to yourself and others. For example, say, I can learn from this instead of I failed. 4. How to stay positive in difficult times. The book understands that life is not always easy. Sometimes bad things happen, like losing a job, getting sick, or having an argument with someone. The author gives advice for these hard times. Accept your feelings. It is okay to feel sad or angry. Do not try to hide your feelings. Instead, notice them and let them pass. Look for small positives. Even in a bad situation, there is usually something good. Maybe you learned something new or someone helped you. Ask for help. You do not have to do everything alone. Talk to friends, family, or a counselor if you need support. Take small steps. If you feel overwhelmed, do one small thing at a time. Celebrate your progress. The author says that positive thinking does not mean ignoring problems. It means facing them with hope and courage. 5. Building positive habits for life. Changing your thinking is not something you do once. It is a habit you build every day. The book gives tips for making positive thinking a part of your life. Start each day with a positive thought. When you wake up, think of something you are looking forward to. End each day with gratitude. Before you sleep, remember something good that happened. Keep a journal. Write about your thoughts and feelings. This helps you understand yourself better. Practice kindness. Do something nice for someone else. Helping others makes you feel good too. Forgive yourself and others. Do not hold on to anger or mistakes. Let them go and move forward. 6. Real-life stories. Throughout the book, the author shares stories of real people who changed their lives with positive thinking. For example, Maria's story. Maria lost her job and felt very sad. She started writing down 3 good things every day. Soon, she felt more hopeful and found a new job. John's story. John used to worry about everything. He learned to stop and take deep breaths when he felt anxious. He started focusing on what he could control and felt calmer. Aisha's story. Aisha had trouble making friends. She practiced saying kind things to herself and others. She became more confident and made new friends at school. These stories show that anyone can learn to think positively, no matter where they start. Key lessons and messages from the book. Here are the main lessons from The Art of Positive Thinking. 1. Your thoughts shape your life. What you think affects how you feel and what you do. 2. Negative thinking is normal but not helpful. You can learn to change it. 3. Positive thinking is a skill. You can practice and get better at it. 4. Gratitude and kindness make you happier. Being thankful and helping others lifts your mood. 5. You have the power to choose your thoughts. Even when life is hard, you can choose hope. 6. Small changes make a big difference. Little steps every day add up to a happier life. 7. You are not alone. Many people struggle with negative thoughts, and it is okay to ask for help. Who is this book suitable for? The Art of Positive Thinking is suitable for many people, especially English learners. The book uses simple language and clear examples, so it is easy to understand. People who feel stressed or sad. If you often worry or feel down, this book can help you find hope. Anyone who wants to be happier. The advice in the book is useful for everyone, no matter your age or background. People who want to improve their relationships. Positive thinking helps you connect better with others. Students and workers. The tips can help you do better at school or work by improving your confidence and focus. If you want to learn how to be more positive, calm, and confident, this book is a great choice. What did I learn from this book? From reading The Art of Positive Thinking, I learned many important things. It is normal to have negative thoughts, but I do not have to believe them. I can choose to focus on the good things in my life. Gratitude is powerful. When I remember what I am thankful for, I feel happier. Kindness matters. Helping others and being kind to myself makes my days better. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring problems. It means facing them with hope and courage. Changing my thoughts takes time and practice. I need to be patient with myself and keep trying. I am not alone. Many people feel the same way, and it is okay to ask for help. These lessons help me every day. When I feel worried or sad, I remember to look for something good, take a deep breath, and be kind to myself. Conclusion and reflection. The Art of Positive Thinking is a friendly and helpful book for anyone who wants to change their life for the better. It explains why we think negatively and gives simple steps to think more positively. The book teaches that positive thinking is not magic, but a skill you can learn. With practice, you can feel happier, healthier, and more confident. The book is easy to read and full of useful advice. It is perfect for English learners and anyone who wants to improve their mood and relationships. The real-life stories show that positive thinking works for everyone, no matter where you start. If you want to feel better, handle stress, and enjoy life more, I recommend reading The Art of Positive Thinking. It will help you see the world in a new way and give you tools to build a happier future. Remember, positive thinking is a journey, not a destination. Every small step you take brings you closer to a happier and more peaceful life. Start today and see how your life can change.
Thank you so much for watching. We truly appreciate your time and support. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to watch another one. We think you'll love it. And don't forget to follow us for more easy English and amazing book summaries. See you soon!